Hey yo, what is up guys? Your boy's back with his WrestleMania 39 review, but first I gotta give a shout out to the Edmonton Oilers for clinching a playoff spot. Yes, awesome, good work guys. Anyways, moving on to the WrestleMania 39 night run, Saturday review, whatever you want to call it. Here we go, kicking off the show, Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship, and John Cena puts Austin Theory over, loses to the what is it? What does he call it? Down the A-Town Down. Yeah, loses to the A-Town Down. I actually really like this match. It was a really simple match. This is really what I expected from the match because John Cena, he is in Hollywood now. I was expecting that Triple H match that he had with Triple H in Saudi Arabia. Really similar match to that, and it was a really good match. It was just solid stuff. Austin Theory, he's a really awesome. I like that roll through move where like does the roll through into the drop kick. Yeah, just a really basic match here. And yeah, Austin Theory, he did cheat to win. He hit Cena with the low blow, and yeah, and then he hits the A-Town Down. And yeah, Austin Theory, the future. And yeah, we'll see if he's main eventing WrestleMania next year. He very well could be involved in that. So it's really interesting to see which direction they go because I think there's a lot of different areas they have to go because they just built a lot of stars on this card alone, which has been completely amazing. All right, so moving on from that, we are going to the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders versus Alpha Academy versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Did I say them already? I think so. I hope so. I don't know. So yeah, this was a really fun match. Really athletic stuff here. What is it? Freaking the Street Profits. They had such an awesome entrance. It wasn't like really anything to it, but just the energy they had coming out to the show was really good. And yeah, it kind of was your typical fatal 4-way WWE match. Two guys start, everybody gets in the ring, beats each other down. Some people fall to the outside. There was some just amazing dives. I think Ricochet hit like a freaking shooting star press or some shit to the outside. I can't remember if he hit that in the ring or was it on the outside at the end there. But then, yeah, Braun Strowman, he does his typical run around the ring, slamming everybody. Otis had some pretty good power spots in there, hitting the elbow drop on Braun. Did he do the caterpillar in this? No, I think he just hit the world's strongest slam on him, which was really cool. Oh, Chad Gable also suplexed Braun Strowman, which got a huge reaction. So, yeah, this was really good here. When Braun Strowman was doing his run around the ring, Angelo Dawkins hit him with the shoulder tackle, which was like a crazy power spot because that's how big Braun is. He sends him back in the ring. And yeah, the Street Profits, they pick up the victory. So, really big win. So, I wonder if they're going to be going in. We'll talk about that later. So, yeah, I just kind of wonder what this sets them up for in the future is kind of what I'm thinking here. So, yeah, but big win for the Street Profits. They're really over. People really like them. So, yeah, another just solid match here. I should say like I should say it like at the beginning of the video. Star ratings are in the description below. So if you want to know what I rate the match, there you go. Because I'm Meltzer, baby. I'm Meltzer. Next up, Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul, he came out with some dude. He had a pretty cool entrance where he like zip line down of it was kind of cool. And yeah, and then there was a dude in the blue costume, and we're all like wondering who's in the blue costume because he's standing there at ringside, so we know that there is going to be someone in that costume. Anyways. So Seth Rollins and Logan Paul, the match starts. Seth has this really cool entrance with the orchestra, and then he comes out with this interesting whatever that was he was wearing. Anyways, moving on. So this is kind of like my issue with like the Logan Paul matches is that Logan Paul isn't really a great worker. He just can pull off the moves. So yeah, it's just kind of... It's just like the first half of the match was a pretty basic match, and then there was a really cool moment where like Logan Paul, he does like this springboard into like I want to say it was a moonsault. He box jumped all the way up, moonsault missed, and then that he didn't really like sell it. He kind of just landed, and it just he didn't really. It's what I'm saying about how he's not really super refined as a worker, and like Seth really had to work hard in this match. And yeah, it was yeah, this match, like, towards the end, like, there was a moment in the match where you kind of heard Seth Rollins calling spots, and you're like, ugh. It just hurts when like, it just bothers me because it just takes you out of the moment so much when you hear that. And yeah, so I think the spot of the match is when they did the whole KSI reveal. He was in the blue costume, and then Logan Paul, he goes for the dive and and then he slams KSI through the announce table, but Seth Rollins moves, and yeah, so Seth Rollins, there were some pretty cool near falls in this, especially with the pedigree and Logan Paul hitting the punch, and you're like, oh shoot, that's it. And they really did a good job building that up on TV because when Logan hit that, and I thought he was gonna win. I actually thought Logan Paul would win. I know that's weird of me to say that. I just figured like the Miz would get involved or there's gonna be shenanigans, but no shenanigans here. Seth Rollins curb stomp victory on Logan Paul's birthday, and yeah, solid match here. But I'm just not a big Logan Paul fan, and I'm not gonna overrate this like some other people will, just because it had some really cool fast spots with the little things in between. Just really, yeah, I can't really say it was really good, but I can't really rank it any higher than that just because there are the little things these matches are missing. So yeah, moving on here to Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. And I really, really like this match. I like the entrances, like the whole like superhero thing where like Becky Lynch is joining her heroes to go and fight these wicked villains. And yeah, this is just a solid 6-woman tag. I think this was as good or on par with the 6-woman tag at Clash of the Castle last year. This is, again, just a really, really solid match. I really like this match. I like the athleticism. Lita hit some really cool moves in this, like where she did like this like spider monkey like flip out of the corner. That looked amazing. Trish Stratus is as good as ever, just an athlete. Becky Lynch and Bayley really carried this match because Becky Lynch, she kind of started off and you were like wondering, like, it was about like 5 minutes went by and there was no tags and Damage Control was just coming in and out of the ring. So yeah, really good play by Damage Control because they really dominated the big chunks of this match where they'd kind of beat everyone down. And yeah, this match, I would say it was really good and it gets a thumbs up for me. So every match on the show just about gets a thumbs up for me. So moving on to like, this is where like everything up till now was like good. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting some like just really good matches. This is good. We're like really waiting for like those matches to come, like the 5-star clangers, baby. And then it happened. Dominick Mysterio, he comes out in a police car. He's getting brought in from the inside, I guess you would say. And yeah, he has the Mysterio mask on. And yeah, and then Ray comes out with Snoop Dogg and the Lowrider, and like I think was it Ain't Nothing But a G Thing playing? I think that's what it was. Was that the Snoop Dogg song playing? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with my Snoop Dogg music. Anyways, and then Viva la Raza, Lie, Cheat, and Steal comes on. So it's like the whole Eddie Guerrero tribute. Rey Mysterio is wearing this wicked Wrestlemania every time out, man. It must just rock to be Rey Mysterio, dude. Gets the coolest ring attire ever. And then the match starts. And this match was a clanger. This match, I love this match. This match was so good. Dominick Mysterio just talking shit to Ray. They have like their little lucha early on, back and forth. One of the best spots of the match was he picked Ray up for I want to say it was like a not even powerbomb, but he like flipped him, and so Ray landed face first into the turnbuckle in the corner, and then Dominick Mysterio, I think he hits a 619 on Rey Mysterio, and you're like, oh shoot, this is gonna be it. And then Ray kicks out, and yeah, it was just really, really great. And Ray hits him with a 619 after the new Latino World Order comes out, and Judgment Day's out, and Dominic's always was messing with the family all the way through this match, and yeah, this match was a clanger. I really, really love this match. I think, yeah, I don't know where I rank this match, if it's my favorite match of the night. There's like the three last matches here are like tied for like my favorite match of the night, because I don't actually know what to say. But yeah, Rey Mysterio gets the victory here. So I think this is going to be going towards a Judgment Day versus LWO feud into Puerto Rico next month, which is really, really cool and exciting. So yeah, that was a great match. Just everything about it from the entrance all the way down to the ending, just great pro wrestling all the way through. Yeah, I hope they just continue this feud and just keep it going. So, yeah. All right. Next up, this was supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, but we all know that wasn't going to be when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were as over as they were, and like the whole Bloodline story. So yeah, you can't really main event with this. I mean, this was an excellent match. This was a great match. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley was an excellent match. Just great stuff. Probably the best women's match, at least in the West. I haven't seen that Mercedes Moné versus Kairi Sane match, but this was an amazing match. This might be the best women's match. Like everything about this, from the just the start of the match to Charlotte trying to get Rhea in the figure eight, but she just couldn't do it, and Rhea just kept finding counters and counters and counters to it, to Rhea trying to hit the Riptide and Charlotte hitting that DDT and slipping out, and then Charlotte eventually kicked out of the Riptide, which was amazing. And yeah, I kind of enjoyed the little callback to their Money in the Bank 2021 match when Rhea was trying to kick Charlotte, when Rhea got her leg stuck, and then Charlotte kicked her leg in the steps. So that was kind of neat. Rhea eventually hits the Riptide off the top ropes, and that was just a crazy victory for Rhea, and congratulations to her. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here with the Judgment Day. And I think Rhea's just going to be floating back and forth between Raw and SmackDown. I think that's probably what's more than likely going to happen. I don't know if they're doing anything with a draft. I haven't heard anything like that. I don't even think it really matters if they even need a draft. You can just kind of have everyone show up wherever they want, unless they're actually going to do the two separate shows. Anyways, great match, excellent match. These ladies absolutely killed it, and they just deserve all the praise in the world. Everyone knows this match just kicked ass, so yeah. Big thumbs up from this match for me. Great match. Now, I had to watch this match again in the morning because I was really tired during it. It's not that I didn't like it when I watched it first. It's just that I was really tired and I just wanted to watch it back. And yeah, I'm so happy for how far each of these teams have come. To Kevin Owens main eventing 2 WrestleManias in a row, Sami Zayn getting a WrestleMania main event, and the Usos getting a WrestleMania event, because these people have been MVPs of the WWE for the past year, and they definitely deserve just a big moment like this. And a lot of people were saying oh, Sami, he's not going to get his moment. Well, he just main evented WrestleMania, so I guess you kind of can't really get a much bigger moment than that. So, and I know there are people oh, well, it's 2 nights. It doesn't matter. He main evented WrestleMania. Think about all the people. CM Punk, you can't say you main evented WrestleMania. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens can say that now because, yeah. So, in your face, Punk. And so can the Usos. The Usos were great here. They just came off they came off the best team in the league. That's essentially what this whole thing really just came off as. The Usos were literally, they were in God mode. They were the next level team you didn't want to come up against. And Sami Zayn, the announcers did just such a great job of being well, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they haven't really teamed. They're not are they as good as the Usos as a tag team? And they did a really great job just building them up. So the first part of this match was kind of just Sami Zayn getting beat down by the Usos. So and then he eventually makes the tag, and Kevin Owens is hitting splashes on the outside. He's hitting cannonballs, super kicks. Sami Zayn hits this great freaking brainbuster to Jey Uso on the ring apron, and then Kevin Owens goes for the splash near fall. This match has just some great near falls. And yeah, then eventually it kind of it has all the callbacks to Sami Zayn not being strong enough like he was last year, to him getting the beat down at the Royal Rumble, the one that Kevin Owens got with all the super kicks, which was crazy. And then Sami kicked out of all this stuff. Kevin Owens, he eventually gets put through the announce table, which was just crazy. That just looked like such a brutal spot. That just, ooh. And then Sami Zayn, he kicks out of the 1D, which is crazy because no one's kicked out of the one and done. And yeah, the whole they're just beating the shit out of each other. And then Jey goes for a haluva kick on Sami, and then Sami hits the haluva kick on Jey, and then Kevin Owens gets back in the ring. Sami manages to make the tag, and then they have this crazy near fall where like Sami hits the haluva kick on Jimmy, and then Kevin Owens hits a stunner, and then that they kick out of that, and then there's the double Uso splash to Kevin, and Kevin kicks out of that, and this is like just a wild ass match, and just like the storytelling, and yeah, just absolutely crazy. All the way down to, I think this must be, you know what? This might be one of the greatest ending to a matches ever, is the Battleground 2016 Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match where Sami hits the haluva kick and he's holding Kevin Owens, and then he puts him back in the corner, and he hits another one, and then he defeats his demons, because they call that match back all the time. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I probably talked in reviews about the callback to that match. So I'm actually probably gonna have to do a review of that show just because of how influential that match has ended up being, because the ending was Sami hitting 3 haluva kicks on who was his once brother, Jey Uso, and getting the win, and the big WrestleMania moment for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So, yeah. Now, there's a lot of talk about how great this WrestleMania is, and if it's one of the greatest WrestleManias ever. It might be the greatest WrestleMania ever. There's a lot of talk about that. So, yeah, I mean, the main event was off the chain. The Rey Mysterio Dom match was off the chain. The women's match off the chain. Everything was just amazing and just great undercard matches. So I don't know where I'd rank it. I mean, I definitely have this really close to a 10. I'm ranking it at 9.5 out of 10, 9.75 out of 10. That's kind of my ranking for it, because it's like, this was just an awesome show, and you're just not really going to get much better than this. So as for it being, was it maybe the greatest WrestleMania ever? Potentially, but was it my favorite one ever? No, my favorite ones ever are 23 and 30 for nostalgic value. So, and maybe 24 also. I also love 19. 19 is amazing. So, anyways, that's not really what this is about. But this show here, amazing. Just awesome stuff. I loved it. I love this show. This is a great pro wrestling show. Easily the best pro wrestling show in the West to be put on. Easily. For my liking. So yeah, I love the show. Huge thumbs up for me. Great WrestleMania. Shout out to WWE. Thank you very much for the show. Thank you guys very much for watching the review. I'll be back with my WrestleMania Sunday review. Anyways, like the video, comment, subscribe. I'll get it back to regular stuff. Peace out.